Pierluigi Paganini. He joins us now from Rome. He's the Chief Technology Officer at Cybaze and a member of the European Union Agency for Cybersecurity. Thanks so much for being with us. First, do you think the U.S. government should be this concerned, about TikTok and its capacity to misuse user data?
Yeah, first of all, the main concern for Trump administration is that TikTok could be abused by the Chinese government to collect the personal data of the Americans. Anyway, the company always denied any accusation and told the authorities that any data related to Americans was stored in the US and backuped in Singapore.
Okay, but do explain what you really think the risks are. Because the Chinese say this is purely a political decision on Trump's behalf, but the U.S., of course, argues there are serious security issues. What are those security issues, and do you think they're legitimate?
Yes, sincerely speaking, the unique risk is that someone could use the app to collect the data of Americans. But I can tell you that there are many other ways to collect this kind of data. There are many apps that work in similar way. And I can tell you that also threat actors, also foreign governments, could collect the same data in different ways. For example, buying this kind of data in the cybercrime ecosystem, in the cybercrime underground. So, in my opinion, it's not only a matter of cybersecurity.
Okay, so it could be very much a political decision as well. Then as far as the millions and millions of users are concerned, would Microsoft buying that app be, an acceptable solution, and would it change the user experience?
The user experience will be changed radically, in my opinion. You have to consider that Microsoft will integrate the platform inside its ecosystems. And so the quantity of data that are collected by Microsoft will increase exponentially. This opens other issues from privacy and security point of view. When you have a single actor that collects a so huge quantity of data, of course, you have to ask how these data are acquired, how they are used, which are the retention of the data. So there are many issues that will be approached in case of acquisition of TikTok platform.
Right. It is interesting because you do make the point that all of these major tech corporations do have that access to user data, and all do have the potential to, misuse it in all sorts of ways if it's gathered by a major, conglomerate. Even Microsoft could prove just as threatening to users as any Chinese company could, correct?
Yeah, correct. Any tech giants that has the access, has so huge quantity of information, basically can profile every single person. This means they can understand which are the habits of the person. They can conduct any kind of surveillance on people. And you have also to not underestimate the risk related to the mass collected data, because this data could be aggregated, and also aggregated data are today one of the most important odds that are managed by organizations. So, in my opinion, it is essential to understand which kind of data they will collect, how the system they manage will exchange this data, and which are the assurance that they will grant to the end users.
Do you worry, though, if this is indeed being used as, a political tool of sorts, that the users will actually suffer the most? It's kind of a cog in the wheel, or a part of the game that these governments could be playing with each other. Is it the user that's really going to have to pay the price?
Yeah, I believe that basically TikTok, like many other platforms, could be abused also for political issues. And basically the Trump announcement that was made last Saturday is just a political decision, probably to force the sale of the tool in some states. Let's remind the states that are United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, that are also 5 of the 5 states that are the intelligence agency. Basically, any kind of tools, TikTok included, could be used to make online propaganda, to attempt to influence the statement of population, the sentiment of population on specific topics. So they must be aware of which kind of tools are used and how to protect citizens from being influenced by the content that are spread through these platforms.
Okay, Pierluigi Paganini, thank you so much for joining us there. Appreciate it as always.